Shit. Let's go. Bro, had a conversation the other day. Just want to ask you straight up. In a relationship, can your phone go on Do Not Disturb? Straight up, like, can it go on Do Not Disturb?
For how long?
Can it go on Do Not Disturb?
For what reason?
Can it go on Do Not Disturb? Can it go on Do Not Disturb?
Yeah, there's circumstances when it's needed. If you're in the movies, if you're at work, if there's certain things going on, and you
Back
don't
up.
want the phone to ring.
If you are not with your significant other, can your phone go on Do Not Disturb?
It's hard for me to answer that. I'm going to tell you why it's hard for me to answer that. It's because I have a friend right now whose phone stays on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
And that is her choice. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to argue. I feel like there's other battles to fight.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I would choose for it not to be on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe, hey, in this something new. I'm trying to give it a chance.
Yeah.
But if I'm honest, I don't care for it as much. What about you?
I am a frequent Do Not Disturber.
Oh, I know.
But mine is more for the reasons like when I'm recording or when I'm editing, because like, you know, I'll never get a thing done. And I was kindly notified that you could put your phone on Do Not Disturb, but if you don't adjust your favorites,
Well,
if you don't adjust your favorites, so that when I call, if I can't get through, man of God, since you like to say man of God,
man of God, I think it's
let
also
me not get through.
I think it's also conversation, because that Do Not Disturb for some people can be triggering.
Yeah.
If you're not careful, that can be triggering.
Yeah.
And if I'm transparent,
Yeah.
for me in a way, sometimes it can be triggering.
You ever put your phone on Do Not Disturb when you was mad?
No.
Oh.
I don't hardly ever use Do Not Disturb. Right now, I'm going to be honest, 100% honest. I have something on my phone called sleep mode right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to get it off.
That's
and
the same thing.
And it does it by itself. Like
Yeah, it's
every
the
night
same
at
thing.
11 o'clock, it just go. And I have to remember to cut it off. Because if not, you'll message me sometime at
Yeah.
11. I don't get it. And it's not that I'm ignoring. My phone just does its
Yeah.
own thing. That's the only time you'll see my phone. I
Go
don't.
to general, go to sleep, and change the schedule, man of God.
I never did it.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Go to general, go to sleep, change the
I didn't
schedule.
know. But yeah, I think if you and your partner, if y'all had a conversation about it and there's clarity and there's understanding, I think if it's good for y'all, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Is that how that goes?
Yeah.
But it's hard because it can be triggering.
I can be on Do Not Disturb. I'm gonna keep calling until I'm gonna get through.
So you one of them people that call back to back to back.
I know you're not asleep. I know you're not asleep. No, for real. No, so I don't do that. But what I will tell you is when it has the option to Do Not Disturb to deliver quietly or to do the thing where it shake the screen, I may not call back to back, but I'm gonna make sure the message shake so that you can see my message. Are you really trying to change that right now?
I didn't.
Man of God, it's right there. But can we?
I just did it. I'm sorry. I was focused on that. 'Cause
Yeah.
it really bothers me. I didn't know how it was.
Yeah, it was that simple.
I did it.
It
I
was
didn't
that
know.
simple.
I didn't know. So to answer your question, I don't prefer it. I don't prefer it. I don't think it's necessary. I think leaving it on there is, I don't know. It can be triggering. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I think though, like for real, like, you know, in order to keep peace in your house, it's two times your phone can't go on. It can't never go on Do Not Disturb. It can't go on Do Not Disturb like when you're not with your significant other, and then when you're with them, you can't go on there either. Because why is your phone on Do Not Disturb all of a sudden?
I'm gonna be honest. The more you sit here and talk about it, and I'm thinking about it, I feel like it's almost as bad as turning the phone over when you're at dinner.
That's a habit.
That face down, that phone face down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. There's a lot of things. If you're not careful, it will trigger a person.
Yeah.
If you're not careful,
And then if the phone is faced up, why the number not saved? I don't get that. I mean,
I didn't even think about that one.
No, I don't. You know, at this point, you know what? Once
Why Pizza Hut texting you?
Why is that one named client number one?
Yeah, what is this?
Man, sold this house yesterday. That's what it saved as.
Yeah.
I ain't lying.
Why that DNA with a stop sign?
Oh man,
what is that? No, but I guess it
So wait a
depends
minute.
on the relationship.
So now, oh man, we're going into another level. So when you're, so let's say you have previous relationships and you end on, I don't care what the terms are, but you got this new one, and the new one is like, you know what? I ain't really feeling things in your past. It was your past. I'm not judging it, but just don't bring it into us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your other past, you know, has a frequent call you randomly kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So do you just block that person, or what do you do? How do you handle that? You said that a couple podcasts ago. You burn bridges. You cut the line. I want to see if your yay is yay. I want to see where you.
I'm gonna have to say you don't have to start off blocking. You can start off by saying, "Hey, I got a different situation.
So you honest now.
We can respect it. You got to respect my relationship I'm in. It's not cool if you call. I really do hope you will. I don't think you have to jump to the block. If they don't show respect to your new relationship and where you are, I think then you have to block.
You know me. I'm Gandhi. It speaks to that availability. If you in a relationship or someone think you in a relationship and then you move to another relationship, the phone tells all.
Yeah.
The phone tells everything.
So if you're in a relationship and your last relationship calls you, do you tell the new relationship that they call?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure. I just want to make sure you're walking right.
Let me tell you why though, because I always in the past I've gotten found out. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be found out no more.
Yeah.
I got a new walk and a new talk.
Well, what you talking about?
I'm covered under the. I want everything that's attached to my future.
Let me tell you something. It's
to dwell in honesty.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Why this conversation? Yeah. I can laugh about it and say it from this perspective because I'm at this point now in my life. I don't care. I'm grateful that right now I'm at a point in my life. Here's my phone. Here.
Yeah.
Look it up. I don't care. I'm there. Now I am there. And it's y'all, because I've been there when I had to hide the phone.
Yeah.
And I've been there when I had somebody hiding the phone from me.
But this is the thing. You know why I don't? Okay, so I'm not in a space where I can't give you the phone. I just think that if I offer the phone today, but I don't offer it tomorrow, I'm setting up myself for a conversation. When you know what I'm saying. It's almost like one of the things. Like if you do it today, you better be able to do it.
But hold on, because I think we're having two different conversations.
Okay.
I'm not saying giving you my phone so you can go through it.
Oh.
I'm not. I don't.
You're
I
saying
don't
give her the phone so she can change the music in the car.
Yeah, here, change the music in the car. Here, look up Domino's on 4th Street or something. You know, look up the flight for me.
That used to be a problem a couple years ago.
It was a problem in my. I've been on both ends. I've been on the phone part where I can't give you the phone because I don't know what's gonna pop up.
I'll do it.
And no,
I got it. Siri.
And I've also been at the point where I didn't. Somebody else's phone was the same way.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize until the other day I left I was hanging with somebody. I left my phone, went in the bathroom, and I came back out. I was like, left my phone.
When I was a child, I spake as a child. I don't do that no more.
Yeah. So I mean,
I don't do that no more. But,
So y'all, my thing leaving out of that is you got to watch whoever you're dealing with, whatever you decide to do in your dating, whether it be putting your phone on do not disturb, flipping that phone over, can pass your phone or not. I think it goes to where your relationship is and what y'all have agreed on and what's okay for y'all and what's not triggering for the other person.
And so how I'm gonna close that out as well. I love everything you said. Is you just have to simply, number one, love the person that you're with the way they want to be loved. And if that's part of their love language, if that's part of something that's, like you said, a trigger for them, then acknowledge that. Yeah. But, at the same rate, understand that at some point, silence is consent. You know what I mean? Or, when you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
So when that stuff is done back to you, you know what I mean? That's a game changer. And we already talked about men can't handle what women do.
Oh my God.
You can dish out a lot, but we can't. They have a capacity for forgiveness that we just don't have,
Can I add this?
Please.
I think where a lot of people mess up in relationships is if I tell you something hurts me.
Yeah.
If I tell you something is triggering to me. If I tell you something makes my mind wander.
Yeah.
And you don't respect it enough to not do it.
Yeah.
Or you don't respect it enough to say, let me be careful with that. I think immediately that shows you where that person is.
Yeah.
It shows you how they care about it. Because if I know something affects you and makes you feel a way, I'm going to do my best to not do it to you.
Man, and even more importantly, like I'm not even going to judge what you did. I'm just going to say you're not conducive for me right now.
Yeah.
Because I've given you the rules on how to love me. I didn't. It's not an ultimatum. Mm-hmm. It's just the necessities for loving RJ.
Yeah.
And I need it this way. And if you don't give it to me this way, it's not that, I'm not going to dog you. I'm not going to dish you. I'm just going to say you're not for me right now.
And people are trying to argue and they'll say, well, you can't bring your past relationship into your new one. I'm not trying to, but what I'm telling you
you can bring the lessons.
Yeah, I'm hurt. I was hurt by something. This happened to me. It's my reality. Please don't do this.
Can we normalize because you're hurt, making it seem like you're not allowed to move on to another thing?
Yeah.
Like I don't. You shouldn't be condemned to having to be by yourself because something in your past hurts you. I think you should be, aware of not picking the same redundant insanity-based cycles. I think you should kind of like learn from the lesson. But like, man.
So you believe you can date while hurt?
Yes.
Okay. Because some people don't believe that.
I think you can because hurt keeps you aware. Hurt keeps you humble.
Yeah.
Hurt keeps you honest. You know, it's honestly, I think when you're hurt, but you don't acknowledge you're hurt, is when you're a weapon. And I think hurt is a tool.
Yeah.
But it's a weapon when you don't acknowledge it. And I think that's the space where you have to be in a, you know, when it's like, okay, maybe you should take a break from this.
Yeah.
But when you're just hurt and it's a tool, you know, it's something that you keep in your memory bank. Like, you know what, man, this thing is just rubbing me the wrong way. It keeps you aware to not draw the same person again.
Yeah.
This is the piece. And now I'm in my bag now. So when you are in a situation where you want to remove something out of your life, if you don't lose positive relationship, positive affirmation, positive connections, positive community, all you're going to do is replace what you bound before it showed up. You see what I'm saying? Like and I'm not saying that it's always replacing a person with a person, but you got to replace it with something.
Well, I was telling somebody, and we were talking about that, about dating while hurt. And the thing I said was, it's just like an injury.
Yeah.
You'll never know how that leg is doing if you don't get out there and walk on it.
Yes.
If you don't at least try to run, you'll never know what that leg is now capable to do.
Yes.
And the first time you get back out there, it may don't work like it used to. It may not.
This is turning into a whole pod. Hurt, I believe, sometimes is not your choice. I think it's what you encounter.
But you can choose who you let help heal you.
Yeah. And so that's where I was going with that. And because sometimes it's not your choice, it's sometimes something that you just encounter. Being in isolation is the weapon behind it, right? Because community and relationship was strategy. Community and relationship was one of God's biggest priorities. So why in hurt would you want to isolate yourself?
I'm going to tell you this, why this is heavy. I was literally having a conversation with a friend I was talking about earlier, and I had to make a comment. I said, I enjoy you.
Yeah.
But I said, I enjoy you.
Yeah.
But I enjoy the soft version of you better.
Oh.
And I realized that you're hard because of the hurt you've dealt with.
Oh.
But this is what I had to say to her.
Oh.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
But I had to address it because you ever been with somebody you can see the glimpses of their softness?
Yeah.
But you can also see glimpses of their hurt at the same time.
Man, and like before that, you even talked about like allowing certain people access. You know, it's not about you choose. Well, it is about who you choose to let hurt you, or who you choose to let have a chance to even get that close to you.
Yeah.
One of the most positive things I felt like it hurt my feelings at the time, but one of the most positive things that ever was said to me was a relationship that I was pursuing. She said to me, we're friends still because I didn't want to hate you. Yeah. And sometimes you got to be friend enough, you got to be relationship enough to say, I'm gonna save you from yourself. I'm gonna save me from me, and I'm gonna help you save you from you as well.
And in some instances, I'm gonna save me from you.
Yeah.
I'll save you from me.
We're still friends because I didn't want to hate you.
Yeah.
This all came from, can the phone go on do not disturb?
Because again, it's a trigger.
The room
It'll take that phone do not disturb will take you around the world.
Look, and I was about to say I'm not hurt. I am hurt, but because I'm hurt, I'm aware. Because I'm hurt, I'm humble. Because I'm hurt, the little bit I have means so much, and I'm going to be ever so conscious to make sure whatever I attach to my life now,
But I think that's a conversation you have with somebody up front.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, oh man, this is going.
I want to be with you, but I want you to know I'm hurt.
Rob, what I'm about to ask you, what I'm about to tell you is a secret that I've only given to one person. I've only given this secret to one person.
Give me the keys.
Is that when you meet somebody,
do
not stop asking, what are you looking for? Don't ask anymore, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Ask them, what are you able to receive? Because people are looking for a lot of stuff, but aren't really at a place where you can take that. So you have to stop and say, what are you able to receive?
Because that's how you find out what they're connected to.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how you find out where the stronghold is.
Okay.
That's when hurt is a weapon.
And for any more of this, I need $100 a session. So thank you all for this time on the podcast today.
You stupid. All right, cool.